Zojirushi. 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 Today is going to be a very sensitive video that I'm a little scared to do because we're talking about rice and we're talking about white rice. Rice is something that is so integral and so central to the Filipino diet. People have it for every single meal. I want to get this out of the way from the get-go. We're comparing two different machines today. This video is actually sponsored by Zojirushi, which is a Japanese brand that makes fantastic rice cookers, and they wanted me to actually use it and give my honest opinion about it. So I thought the only way to really do it is to use something that everyone has at home, which is a rice cooker with one button, versus this beast of a rice cooker. But we wanted to put it to the test as unbiased as possible, and really just put them both through the gamut, cook some white rice in there, something that Filipino families do all the time, and see if there's actually a noticeable difference. Because the price point is very different, let's see if the Japanese rice cooker does a much better job at cooking rice. Now, before people start complaining and say, yeah, but you could be cooking rice on a pot on the stove, yes, you could. So if you're someone that likes to cook rice on the stove, just leave. This video is not for you. Before you start commenting, leave. This video is for people who want the convenience of using rice cookers at home. All right, so the Zojirushi is amazing because it has so much different functions to it. With this, you know, honestly, I'd like to cook mostly just white rice in a regular rice cooker. If I'm gonna cook brown rice, I actually rather do that on a stove. But with this, I can actually do brown rice, I can do porridge, I can do sushi rice, I can do Gaba brown. I'm not sure what that means. And you can basically control the whole rice cooking process, right? So let's do it really simple. 1 cup of rice in each of them. Actually, you know what, let's do 2 cups. So here, really important, whether you're using a machine or the pot, wash your rice as many times as it takes to run clear. Like the water needs to run clear. For me, this is really important. So I usually wash it about 6 or 7 times. Wash, strain, wash, strain. It just gives you a much nicer quality. The measure I like to use, because most of the rice that we have here in the Philippines is short to medium grain, usually 1 cup, 300 ml. So 1 cup of water is about 250 ml. 300 ml is about 1 1/4 cup. That's the ratio I like to use. Some people swear by putting 1/2 cup of water and 1 cup of rice. Some people say 1 cup is to 1 cup. I like 1 1/4 cup of water with 1 cup of rice. So that means in here, 2 cups each, 600 ml per cooker. These are both 10 cups, so perfect actually, because obviously if it were slightly smaller, it might make things a bit more skewed, but here we have 10 cups and 10 cups. Close it, close it. I'm gonna choose my setting first. Ooh, I can even, this is awesome. I can actually do regular rice, softer rice, harder rice, quick cook, which I guess is kind of like more pressure in there. Mixed rice, which is probably white rice and brown rice mixed together if you have black rice and stuff in there. But we're just gonna go with regular white rice. And we're gonna start it. I love the Japanese so much. This is gonna be a very boring video. That's about all I'm doing today. All right, so it's been about 25 minutes already. And this little thing went click, which means it's ready. If you've used these rice cookers before, this might seem a little cheating in this type of comparison because I personally know that this is how you have to use it properly. If we were to compare it apples to apples, I would leave this as is and then compare it, but then the Pinoy in me would get angry. So what you do when this basically says that it's ready, you need to open it and then you need to fluff it. And that's really important to make sure that nothing really sticks, but if you already look, it's already sticking there, right? So that's why it's important, because it has a warmer setting, you're still gonna have some heat coming. So it's really important to kind of fluff that rice. And that rice actually isn't ready right now. So fluff it a little bit, scrape the sides, And then what you do, instead of leaving it on the warmer, you actually take it off the warmer, cover it for at least 15 minutes, and that's what's gonna make it really fluffy and nice. I know, not really fair, but that's the best way to use these kinds of rice cookers. Tell me your secrets. I can hear it, it's happening, but there's still no steam coming out, and it's not warm. I mean, it's a little warm. This is scorching, even here. Like, this is really hot, right? This is average temperature, ambient. Finally, sign of life on the mainframe. It's telling me we're 10 minutes away. So I'm thinking, yeah, it's about 50 minutes. Here we were at 30 minutes. I'm excited to try the rice. So that was 50 minutes, 55 minutes. Let's open it. All right, so let's compare both bowls. So I haven't touched this one yet, but at least you get a comparison there. Let's transfer it into the bowl. Already, you can see that this one is kind of like flat there on the bottom. You can see already it's kind of crispy on the bottom, it's mushy on the side, but I'm not gonna judge it on that. Honestly, when you cook white rice, flavor does make a huge difference, obviously, depending on where you get your grains and everything. But if we're comparing rice to rice, I mean grain to grain, which is exactly the same, it comes down to texture. And for me, a properly cooked rice is rice that's cooked properly throughout, and every single grain that's in the pot is exactly the same texture, right? Let me put this in bowl number one, and I'm gonna mix this one up too. Already, the difference is super visible. Just this, just that movement. It's light, it's fluffy, it's not sticking whatsoever. I'm gonna fluff it up a little bit as well, just so that we're comparing it equally. I'm gonna put this in bowl number two. We're also gonna do a second test. So I'm gonna put this rice right here, so at least there's no bowl, so you guys can really see. And I'm gonna take the exact same sample size, which is 1 tablespoon here. I'm gonna try to flatten this out. Visually, there's a difference. This one's kind of clumpy together. You can already tell, like, you have parts like this where the rice is like sticking together in like one pallet, whereas here, every grain is its own thing. Like, so it's fluffier. It's better cooked, obviously. And it's not surprising because at this different price point, that's what you expect, right? Now, let's taste it to see if we can actually feel that texture. Okay, rice number one. I mean, it's good rice. This is rice definitely you would not be able to eat alone. I have some grains that are hard, not hard undercooked, but hard like crispy. Some grains that are mushy, and other grains that are actually well cooked. Number two. Crazy. I'm not even kidding. It's so different. I thought it was gonna really be about like mincing hairs and not being able to decide which is which, but clearly side by side, this one is a winner. And if you're someone that cooks rice every day, yes, it's an investment, but it's an investment that's gonna last you a long, long time. The Japanese are known for having great technology and great products, and this is no exception. This is something that will last you a really long time. So if you're gonna eat rice on a daily basis, why not make it kind of like a perfect, luscious rice? Like this, all I need is soy sauce, and I'm happy, and I'm good. And one of the best things about this is when you're cooking in the Philippines or when you're in houses in the Philippines, is that when you're cooking the rice, it's not just, hey, we're gonna serve the rice and then eat it. We actually leave the rice in the rice cooker or we put it in the fridge. And that's why that warm function is there. But I don't know if you've actually tried leaving this in the warm function for a while. It just keeps cooking and gets really crispy. With this, you can actually keep it a couple of days in here and that texture will stay the same. Yes, I said days. So you can probably go up to 2, 3, 4 days quite easily, and the rice will still have that perfect texture that it has here. But obviously in the comments, you're gonna be like, oh, everyone, it's a sponsored video. Of course you're gonna say that the expensive one and the sponsored one is so much better. So you know what? Let's put it to the test. I hope this works. Okay, I'm gonna fill them back up a little bit. I'm gonna put a little sticker because the bowls are identical. And then I'm gonna flip them around. What better way to feel it than to actually ask people? Go ahead and try it. It's white rice versus white rice. So at the end of the day, if they say one rice is better, then we know who the winner is. Okay, first up, we have Mr. Mon Kizon.
This one. I guess. This much fluffy, but it's a sushi, bro. Wala ka talagang ulam, bro. This is number 1?
Yeah.
Alright. This one.
That's correct. Both of you are
This one.
correct.
You have ulam here?
You just get small.
Which one's better?
Yeah, this is softer, yeah.
This is
Yeah.
it's like it's not the same.
Can I just try
You're a
again?
very strange person if you think this is softer.
I think this one is better.
Why is it better?
It's softer.
I know it looks super appetizing. You want rice in the bowl.
I like this one better.
Why do you like it better?
I don't know. Like the texture
Okay.
is better, yeah.
And we proved it by having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people who eat rice, who appreciate rice, could tell the difference in a bite and tasting. Approved.